Hi, this is Fat Girls Rule, and I have so much to tell you guys. God, it's been so long since I've been in front of the camera, and it's just like so weird. We just went and saw a movie, um, The Devil Inside or whatever. It was alright. It was alright. So, anyways, I'm back. I've had my surgery, and I've dropped like 30 pounds. And if you're not already on my Facebook, I mean, you already kind of probably pretty much know this stuff. And I got a new lamp. Add some more light in here, but being in the basement, forget it. It's just not ever going to be enough light. Somebody's upstairs yelling. My ex-husband's been here. He has been taking care of me and the household. Okay, I went and had my surgery, thinking, okay, yeah, we're just going to remove this tumor and it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Well, when I woke up, it was like the next day. And I didn't realize it. And I looked at the clock and it's like 10:30. And I'm like, oh my God, it's 10:30. I'm like, oh my God, is my mom still here? Is my friend Mickey here? You know, tell them to go home. And, you know, and because I was like worried about them being there waiting until 10:30 at night. She's like, no, it's 10:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh, wow. I like died, you know, after the surgery. Because the surgery, I got in there about, I think, 11 or so. And then I don't remember anything after I got there. I remember being, you know, getting ready and all that stuff. And then once they take you out of that room, you're already asleep. So you're like passed out. And, so anyways, this surgery that was supposed to take about 3 hours, and it was just going to be removing my tumor and giving me a hysterectomy. She wanted to keep one of the ovaries there, the doctor. I didn't want her to. She ended up taking them both anyways, everything, which is what I wanted. I wanted a total hysterectomy. So, it was going to be about a 3-hour surgery at the most. It ended up being like a 9-hour surgery, and when they opened me up, they were like, oh shit, or fuck, something, because it's like, okay, you had my tumor, and my tumor was about like this big, right? Well, then, I had an ovary that was the size of my hand, and you guys didn't know this if you don't follow me on, you know, Facebook, but I went to the emergency room total of 3 times now. But the second time I went, I was in excruciating pain, and I had the ambulance pick me up even to take me, and they had to like give me like morphine and blah blah blah. And what it was is my ovary was up like right underneath my rib cage, because everything in my body had completely moved and shifted in different places, mind you. But it was so huge, it was like the size of my hand. What it had done is it had twisted and twisted and twisted itself to kill itself. Probably because it was so deformed and so huge as my hand, and knowing that it possibly couldn't make good eggs, so it had killed itself. And it was horrible, horrible pain, but the pain was down like where my tumor was, you know, down below my belly button. So, and I thought something was wrong with the tumor. And so, I went to the emergency room for that. They didn't know what had happened. They didn't know why I was in pain, because, you know, they're idiots in the emergency room. And so they just sent me home, even though I was still in pain later on. And I had the worst nurse in the world. And even, like, a couple days ago, even called KU and talked to, they have, like, these people that just take complaints or whatever. And she was just an awful, awful nurse. Horrible bedside manner. She's too busy flirting with the doctors and my paramedic guys that brought me in, and then to take care of me. And so, but anyways, I had, you know, I had a tumor that was bigger than a bag of sugar, and then I had the huge ovary. I had a hernia that was the size of my fist. And my uterus was as big as a turkey, and it was dilated to a 5. And then I had, and I can't say it right, so I'm not even going to say it, but if you guys, you know, sometimes in women's uteruses, they'll get this cobwebbing effect, and it's like scar tissue. I had that everywhere because of the uterus being so huge. And then all my organs were in the wrong place and they were stuck to other stuff. But they were all running perfectly fine. So, it took about 9 hours, and which I really felt it big time because afterwards, you know, I had like on my right side, right above my butt cheek and on my butt, it hurt so bad from being still and being as large as I am. And then still my, sorry, we ate and I'm gonna have like be hiccuping. And then my left thigh is like, it's still like that, but it's getting better. It's like it's asleep, like painfully asleep all the time. And it's very, even for me to touch it, it just hurts like weird. I don't know, but it's getting better. So anyways, I was in hospital from Wednesday to Wednesday. I got out and I just absolutely, I don't know if you guys are like this. I completely get depressed in the hospital, and I've never really been in the hospital except for giving birth. But I got so depressed, and I would cry, and, you know, and they're like, well, it's because, you know, we gave you this surgical, this hysterectomy, so you're put into, it's called, surgical menopause or whatever, right? No, it was because I was very depressed. I could not stand being in the hospital. And sitting and not doing anything. And then in my bed, they have, like, the bed weighs you, so it knows if you're trying to get out of it, it will set off an alarm, because I was a fall risk, and they cut me like several inches above my belly button all the way down to my pelvic. And, yeah, and so I have no belly button no more either. So I'm thinking about going and getting a belly button tattooed on my stomach. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I thought it'd be kind of funny. And, because you know me, I'm all about funny. What else? So then I had like this bulb thingy in me, and it was to take the infection out, because they had to use mesh because my organs were in the wrong place. They had been used to being in the wrong place, and to keep them in the right places, they had to use some mesh. And they used like the big hole mesh, and hoping that, you know, my body's not going to reject it, and blah, blah, blah. So, well, then this bulb thing that pulls the infection out came out of me. So I called KU, and they're like, okay, it's fine. Let's just see what happens. Well, I ended up getting an infection, and I got very, very sick with fevers and very, very, not even chills. It was freezing. And I was so sick, I wouldn't even get off the bed to go pee, get off the couch to go pee. And mind you, I'm not comfortable. I wasn't comfortable until last night sleeping in my own bed. I had to sleep on the couch all this time since I've been home from the hospital. And, so that sucks to sleep on the couch, first of all. Because even laying on the side of my stomach, it really just hurts. And it feels like it's uncomfortable on my organs. Not like it hurts because, you know, because my stuff's healed. You know, my staples are out. It's healed. I had to go back in. This is really gross. And I had to go back into the hospital because of the fever. So they kept me again, which just immediately put me in a state of depression. I won't eat, drink. I don't want to talk to nobody. I mean, if they come in, I'll talk to them. But I wouldn't call my friends. I didn't even want to watch TV. I was so depressed. I would just break down and cry. And they're giving me medicine and stuff for it. But when really, technically, you know, I don't know if I told you guys in previous videos when I just had the tumor, but I was going through menopause at that time. That's probably why, you know, I would like cry in my videos so easily. And I'm a crier anyways, but oh my god, I need lip gloss. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna keep licking my lips, and it's driving me nuts. And so, my favorite lip gloss, Joe, from Canada. Let's see. So, well, then I'm like, they put me in a room with somebody else. Big mistake. Because before I had private rooms, because they help pay for a lot of it too. So financially I'm fine. And then my little town raised like $6,000. So I was able to pay off doctor bills, and it was really cool. And so, well, then I'm like laying there, and a doctor comes in, and he's like, and there's like so many doctors. I mean, I know my doctor's name, but I don't know all these doctors' names that were part of the surgery and blah, blah, blah. Well, the doctor that came in is one, I think he's the one that put my stent in because they accidentally cut my urethra or somewhere or something around my bladder. So they had to put a stent in. So now I have to go have a little surgery to get that removed on the 26th, which I'm not happy about. And I'm like constantly having a urinary tract infection, which I've never had before. And I didn't even know it was. So I finally figured it out. And I'm treating it myself at home. If it doesn't get better, I'm going to have to go to the doctor's. But he's sitting there messing with my stomach, and I did have a hole in my stomach where when the staples came out, it tore open again, and I didn't know it because I can't feel anything. And Jonathan's like, oh my God, Mom, there's blood everywhere you walked. And I'm like, shit. So I had a friend that come over, and she would have to pack it for me, which is awesome. I mean, I had a lot of people taking care of me at my home. It was unreal. I mean, this would totally make me want to cry. Can you imagine people bringing over so much food that you couldn't even eat it? I mean, all your whole family couldn't even eat it all. I mean, we would have to like freeze. We would have to like, I had to like pull all the containers out of my kitchen cabinets. We washed them all because sometimes you don't use all your containers and they're like all dusty and gross. So we had to wash all the containers just so we could pack all this food up. People have been bringing over from my church, my friends, family members, bringing over groceries, bringing over already prepared cooked meals. It is like, wow, so amazing. It did feel so loved. Makes me want to cry. But, just, I'm so blessed. But, what else? So the doctor's sitting there messing with my stomach, and I'm not paying any attention. I'm just like laying there because I just feel like total shit because I had a fever and whatnot. And all of a sudden, he's like pushing my stomach back and forth, which it didn't bother me because I don't have any feeling in my stomach. And that started before I had the surgery. My stomach started going dead, like on the bottom of it. I could like pinch it as hard as I want, and I can't even feel it. And I started feeling all this liquid, warm liquid running down my thighs because I'm laying down. So it's running down my thighs. And I thought he was putting like a saline solution like in where it tore open. But it was almost already healed. So I don't know. And I asked him, I said, what is that warm liquid running down my thighs? He's like, that's infection. So I don't know if he kept me back open or what happened. Because it was just weird. I have to ask him about it. But he's like a foreigner. So it's kind of hard to understand him. So... I mean, it was a lot of liquid. A lot. And then he's asking the nurses. And then I'm like, oh my God, what's that smell? And seriously, I could smell something when I was just sitting there before he ever did that. And I was just sitting on the end of the bed. I'm like, something smells like rotten eggs. Oh my God, that's awful. I'd hate to smell like that. You know, I'm thinking it's like the girl next to me in another bed, because I think she had a hysterectomy too, but she looked way older than me. And I'm 40, so I was feeling bad for her, because I know how much pain she was in, and I wasn't in any pain, so I felt bad for her. And I was like, God, it smells like rotten eggs, or a bad perm. Well, it was coming from me. This smell was coming. It was like seeping through my stomach. So when he opened it, it was like really stinky, and I was like really upset. And it was running all over me, and he's like getting a towel, sopping it up, but he's encouraging more to come out because he's trying to get it all out, because they were going to have to put me up to a med vac, which I call it a pus purse. And it's like the size of a purse, and you have to carry it around with you because it's connected into your stomach, pumping out the infection, which is just a clear infection. If it's fresh, it doesn't smell, it has no odor. But if it's set inside your body and it's collected bacteria, it is really disgusting. And I hear my kitties playing. So I had to stay in the hospital another 5 days. I got out like a day before Christmas Eve. I was dying, and I was just like, you know, they're like, well, won't you get up and walk around? So I'm like, I'm too depressed to walk around. I can walk around. They thought I needed help, but I couldn't walk. I said, I can walk anywhere. I can walk this whole freaking place backwards. I can walk. I don't want to walk. I'm too depressed. I don't even want to eat. I'm a fat girl. I ain't eating. You see me sending my food back, and I'm not eating. I'm depressed. Get out of my face. I don't want to be here. And I'm like, it's not against you guys. You guys are amazing. You were awesome. I even had a man nurse named John. We call him Nurse John. And he was like in his 50s. And he was so awesome. And I'm doing a video. And he was like an amazing nurse. And he even like called me the next day when he wasn't working. My phone rings and I answer it, and he's like, "Hey Kelly, this is Nurse John. I was calling to see how you're doing, and I was thinking about you." And I was like, that is so cool. He's like waiting in line to get a haircut, and I just thought that was so cool that he's like was thinking about me, because I was telling him about like Fat Girl Brownies and about fundraising and working for my community and doing for my community and helping people out and passing it forward and paying it forward, whatever you, however you want to say it. And he just listened and listened. So when he called me, he wanted to tell me what he does. And so he's telling me the different things that he does, which is totally different than mine, but it's all good. But it's all about giving and helping people. And I was just, he does more out of country stuff though. When I'm like, I'm keeping the stuff that I do in my town, or in my country at least. But it was some amazing people down there, and I have amazing friends, amazing family, amazing church. We have so much food in this house. I won't have to go shopping for I don't know how long. There are so many groceries. I'm just looking at my pantry, because my pantry, I'll have to show it to you sometime, is, the coat closet. When you walk in the house, you have a coat closet. I had that turned into a pantry, because it's kind of close to the kitchen, because there's a living room and there's a kitchen. And because it really needed more room for food and canned goods, non-perishables and stuff. And but it's like packed. It's like jam-packed with food. And we don't eat that much food, especially now. It's like ever since the surgery, even for quite a while, I was puking everything up, because my body just wasn't used to having food in it. And my friend told me, their chemo doctor told them that your stomach is a muscle, and that it forgets to learn how to digest and how to break down food. And I was having that problem because I went so long without eating that my stomach didn't know how to, it like digested, it like broke the food down into a liquid form, but it wouldn't push it on through my intestines. So I would end up vomiting it back out, because then anything that I drank, swallowed my own saliva, drink water, whatever, it would just fill my stomach up. My stomach had shrunk down from not eating so much, so then I'd have to go puke it up, and it's a mess. But the last 3 days I've been able to eat really good, and it just was slow in getting my body used to it. I got one of these hair pieces. Look at this. Can you see that, guys? It's so cute. I've been wanting one, because my buns are always messy and stupid, but I love to wear buns. And because my hair is so long, and I'm still taking prenatal pills. So, my hair is like longer now, and when I get it trimmed, I have like, I decided to let my hair grow longer. So, like, want to get it way past the top of my butt. And it's kind of funny when you already have like really, really super long hair, and you're like, I'm going to grow my hair long, because no longer. But always put in a bun because of daycare, and so it's out of the way. And I can't stand my hair to be down when I'm trying to eat something. That drives me nuts. I hate it. But anyways, I'm trying to think what else. Medically, I just wanted to update you guys. Yeah, so now I get fitting clothes. Like this shirt is so cute, and it's all ruffly. It's a see-through shirt, and I just put a tank under it. These are clothes I haven't got to wear. I wore one time, and then the tumor just got too big. Everything just got so big, and I couldn't wear it. And now I'm wearing smaller clothes and clothes I haven't worn before that were still new sitting in my closet. And so I'm so psyched about it. And I'm going to be joining Weight Watchers probably next week. Not this Monday, but next Monday. So, really excited about that. And I've gotten a few new things I'll probably do reviews on like this photo ready, and I got some other, I got a lot of stuff. I mean, not a ton of stuff because I didn't really go shopping that much, but like behind me, there's some bags. They're from 31. It's a company. And like the pink one was the one I took to the hospital. And then this one, you can't really see it. The darker one, it says Fat Girls on it. And they will put anything on your bag. It's really cute. And I'll show them to you, some of the products I've bought from them. It's like an in-home party thing. And, so yeah. And I've got some couple Christmas cards. You know, I'll do another video on stuff like that. I just want to kind of update you on my medical, that I'm doing good. And New Year's Eve goals to get organized and have a cleaner house. And to lose some weight. I'm down to like 320. Believe it or not, it wasn't last year, it was a year before, when I went through that phase where I couldn't eat anything and everything made me gag. I had gotten up to 388, which I didn't know, and I went to weigh myself. I was like, oh my god, I'm like 388, shit. So my weight was like slowly creeping back up, but then I lost that 41 pounds. So then I kind of tinkered back and forth a few pounds during last year at the tumor, and I would kind of just go back and forth like 5, 6, 7 pounds. I'd gain, then I'd lose, then I gain, and I lose. And then I lost an additional, so now I'm down to 325. So from 388. And that was all weight that I did not mean to lose. I did not try to lose. And because of the surgery and because of the tumor. So kind of weird to like lose weight without even trying. Really weird. And now it's like every time I eat, I go to the bathroom. Every single time. So I don't know. I'm hoping that the weight issue, with not being able to lose weight when I tried to lose weight, was because of the tumor and everything going on in there. Because I would try. I would love just to get down like 250. I'd be happy. I would think I was skinny. And I don't want to be skinny. I want to be curvy. I love being curvy. I'm extremely proud of my curves. I just want to be healthier, and I want to be smaller just because of, really because of fashion reasons. And being able to ride a roller coaster, go roller skating, things like that. Hopefully get that size I could get off. I had to start blood pressure medication because I had stress-induced high blood pressure. When I had to go in to get my I forget what it's called. Well, when they go in to the tumor and take a sample to see if it's cancerous or not. It's out of my mind what that's called. But my blood pressure got up very, very high. It got up to like, it was like 2 something, I think. Over 100 and something. Or, no, yeah, it was like 210, I think. It like went, woo, way high, and it's never done that before. So they did test on me. They're like, you have stress-induced high blood pressure. So hopefully that will help me get off of that, because I don't want to take any prescription medication. I'm not taking any pain pills. Even I cut those out and started just taking Tylenol, because I cannot stand looking at this in my cabinet and there's like all these blue and green bottles. I'm like, I'm not going to be that person that's on these prescription medications. I want to do everything the healthy way, the right way, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not taking any estrogen medication. They sent me home with it, and I took it for a while because I was crying at the drop of the hat pin and whatever. But I mean, I had every reason to cry at the drop of a hat pin. I mean, I was cut open, I'm still leaking infection. I have like a very, very small hole in the bottom of my stomach, and I had a reason. I had a PICC line in my arm. I had to do IVs at the house. I mean, I was miserable, and I felt like crap every time I did my IV with my medication in it to keep me from getting sick. I had reasons to cry, because I was just, I thought, I'm not going to take medicine to stop me from crying. If I need to cry, fuck it. I'm going to cry, I'm going to get over it. It's a part of life. Don't feel bad about it. Who cares, As long as I'm not, killing everybody and sweating up a storm, I'm not taking the pills. I talked to a pharmacist, and he said, if you're really not having any menopause symptoms, just take calcium every single day. Take a lot of calcium. I said, I could do that. So that's what I'm doing. So the only prescription medication is I'm just taking, well, I'm taking a diuretic because the blood pressure medicine I take makes you retain water. But I'm not, the diuretic keeps me from retaining water. And it's like so funny because my feet are like so skinny now, just so weird. And I'm like, God, look at my calves, and it's just so weird. I haven't been this size for a long time. And so I'm really psyched. I'm really psyched to start Weight Watchers and take on a new program. And I've lost like 120 pounds with them before. So I was 404 pounds. So that's the highest I've ever gotten. And if you don't know me or you're new to my channel, I'm not ashamed of my weight. And if I'm ever wrong around my weight, like if I say I weigh 350 and I really weigh 388, it's because I didn't know I weighed 388. Yeah. So then I'll say, hey, I weigh 388 now. But, yeah, get me on my Facebook. If you, let's see, you know, if you want to talk to me more, or you want to know what's going on in my life, you know, and I'll post it down below. And then I'd be like watching this other YouTuber, I don't know her name, I forgot. But she is so awesome. I like totally love her, and she's all about organizing your house. I mean, organizing every tiny square inch of your house and helping you to be able to accomplish that. And she's a mom, she has 2 little girls, and she's a daycare provider. So I'm like, and she's in Canada, and she is so hilarious. I mean, she'll say shit, crap, probably fuck, I don't know. She says everything. It's so funny. I'm just like, ah. She's like not totally putting on an act at all. She's like crazy like me, and I'll just throw the F word out there, and and then we'll get the big old thumbs down from idiots. And yeah, like, so I bet like my thumbs down stalker is like totally missing me and just like waiting every day for me to post a video so I get thumbs down it, which is funny. I think it's hilarious. And plus it doesn't matter because a thumbs up or a thumbs down to YouTube is the same thing. It's people giving you extra attention, whether it be negative or positive. To them, it's the same thing, and it still looks good. So I'm like all for the thumbs down, because you know they've already asked me to be like in the partnership thingy, but I don't want any part of it because I don't know. I'd have to ask probably like Tark to Charlene or somebody, because she's partner, but I don't want them having any control over my videos, and I worry that they'd be like, well, you can't say shit, and you can't say this, and you can't say that, and I don't want that. I want to be able to be me on my videos to you guys, doing my videos the way I want to do them, being able to talk to you, tell you what's going on in my life, because for some reason people are interested, and, but just being a big woman and being positive and sending that message out that you're big and you're beautiful and that you are sexy and men love you, you have no clue, and yeah. If you're watching my videos and you don't know it, my straight talks, most of them are about BBW stuff and being able to find a man that loves a BBW and being able to build self-esteem and dress really cute and nice and show your curves and be proud of yourself and still be healthy, and you know, and that's what I'm all about. That's fat girls rule. I mean, shit, what are we supposed to do? We rule. So no skinny girl is going to get in a fight with a fat girl. Think about it. We just sit on you. Guys don't even want guys don't even want to get in a fight with a fat girl because sit on you and you like it. So anyways, I'm getting crazy. Sorry, my throat's getting dry. I should have brought me something down to drink. But I love you guys, and I've missed you guys so much. So much. But I'm running out of time. It's almost 30 minutes. I don't want it to boot my ass off and not load. And now I got to remember how to load, because I really don't even remember how to work this shit. Yeah, it's been that long. I haven't loaded a video. I'm like, shit, how do I load a video? But I love you guys. And thanks for listening to my vlog. And rock. Thanks for supporting me so much. I love you. Bye.